Hi guys, just wanted to let you know you don't have to watch the movie in order to listen to the show. There won't be any spoilers because they haven't seen the movie. All they've done is watch the trailer, which is all you have to do. Or don't, doesn't matter. You can still listen and laugh. Okay, that's all. Enjoy the show.
Are you listening?
Welcome to the Real and Real Pod. My name is Damon and I'm here with my co-host Marcy.
Hello.
And returning guest Dessa.
Hello.
Right up top, just so you guys know, Miss Dessa did a few games on the Patreon, so go check that out at Real and Real Pod on Patreon, please. That'd be really awesome. And chucking $1. Chuck.
Please and thanks.
Yep. Anyway, moving on. So, have you ever watched a movie and thought to yourself, hey, what if this happened in real life? That's what this show is about.
Yep, and then we come up with a few points pertaining to the question.
And the question is...
What if every kid was an explorer based off the movie Dora and the Lost City of Gold?
We're on to something big, Dora.
An ancient city made of gold, Parapata. And your mother and I are going to prove it.
And me. I'm sorry, sweetie, you're not going. What?
Having spent most of her life exploring the jungle with her parents, nothing could prepare Dora for the most dangerous adventure ever. High school. Always the explorer, Dora quickly finds herself leading Boots, Diego, a mysterious jungle inhabitant, and a ragtag group of teens on a live-action adventure to save her parents and solve the impossible mystery behind a lost Inca civilization.
So do you want to see this movie, Dessa?
I do. It brings out the kid in me, so I want to go see it. I gotta find me a kid so I can take him with me.
That sounds a little creepy, but okay.
It does sound creepy.
Well, I
kid.
think it looks worse if I just show up without a kid. It's like,
No, because you look like your mom, and they don't know which kid is yours. You're like, oh, my kid's down there just sitting down. You know.
Right.
As long as you're sitting next to a kid who's sitting next to their mom,
I think it's okay.
they'll be like,
well, is that not more creepy?
No,
No,
to sit next to-
because you're just sitting
No.
down. The kid just happened to be next to you. Like, I've sat in movies and a kid is next to me. I'm like, ugh. But
Yeah.
that's fine. There you go. Especially for that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting next to a kid in Toy Story. I believe I was.
I was for the Far From Home, like Spider-Man movie.
Okay, well, maybe I'll do that. But it seems better if I take a kid. I walk in, they talking to me, and I'm walking in.
Or stand next to another kid who's walking in with their mom and start laughing. And they'll be like, oh, they must be together.
That's a good
I mean,
one.
it works.
Yeah.
All right, David, do you want to see this movie?
No, it's garbage.
Oh, okay. The face. Oh, the face that's just made.
I don't like Dora.
Okay.
I never liked her, which I've told the story before. I was in a dentist and they had Dora on the screen and she had a robot and the robot picked up a giant boulder. And I was like, okay. Then later on, they had to fix a train, a rail track, and there was a board underneath a small rock. And the robot was like, can't lift. I'm like, really? Really? But you picked up that boulder.
I've never heard
Where's
this
the
story.
physics? But yeah, I didn't like it then. But then the trailer turns me off because it's super kiddie, like super kiddie, and it's the jokes. I don't like simple jokes like that, and some of them don't make sense. For instance, she's like, "Oh my gosh, gonna start off my day," and she's on the bus and she's about to step off the bus, and the bus driver closes the bus on her book bag, and then starts driving. But it made no sense because the second before, when she said, "I'm about to start my day," there was a line of children behind her to get out of the bus.
Oh, they were to get out of the bus.
Yes, she
Okay.
wasn't the last one. So that joke makes no sense.
See, I thought it was like, because certain counties here, they have it to where the buses pick up all grades. I thought it was just dropping off high school first. And when you said it still had kids, I was like, well, that makes sense if they're going up. But if they were in
They were
line to
pulling
get
up
off.
to the school and they were all standing up.
You're one of those people.
They're
aren't
to
you?
get off the common sense, the stuff
The
that
common
makes sense. Yeah, that. But how about you, Marcy?
No, I don't want to see it. I mean, I'll go with Dessa to see it, and that's about it. But if it's,
Why would you go with Dessa? Will you be the child she's bringing into the movie?
I'm small enough, I can pass.
That is true. That is true. You are tiny.
I am a fairly small human. Yes, I am.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So that's about that. I liked Dora when I was a kid, but if I had to choose between Dora and Diego, I'd choose Diego. If I had to
No one
choose,
put that up there for you.
I'm just saying, if I had to choose between Dora and any other kid show,
He's too young for you. Leave him alone.
huh?
They're in high
Huh.
school.
You're a
Still too
teacher.
young.
Still too young. Yeah.
Still too young. I work in high school. That's creepy.
Just said they're in high school. It's totally fine. It's okay.
Well, Dora's in high school.
Diego's in high school
oh,
and
never
is
mind.
older than her because she just started high school and he has been there and he's like, don't be weird. You don't know me. It's fine. Bye.
So she's in 9th grade.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Why?
What do you
Why,
mean?
as in, why is she going to high school now? They've been teaching her whole life, and she's been in the jungle.
I don't know.
They must have got tired of her. The parents. She's getting a little bit too annoying. Send her off to America, high school, because it's really weird. It's random. It's not
She
like
needs
Spy Kids.
socialization skills. She talks to Boots
But
That's
Boots can.
funky looking
and
monkey.
Swiper.
And Benny the Bull.
Oh yeah, who was
And
Swiper
Issa the
in
Iguana.
the movie? Is there a
he
Swiper?
another fox? I don't know.
Yes, there's a Swiper in the movie.
There's a swiper in the movie. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on. So, our question was, what if every kid was an explorer?
Starting with our lovely guest, Dessa.
Yes, ladies first.
Well, if every kid was an explorer, I think their kids would be much smarter and parents would be stupider, if that's a word.
Parents would be stupider?
Yeah.
Why are
Why?
parents stupider?
Because the kids are explorers, so they're actually venturing out and looking at stuff and discovering stuff. And parents are home doing the job thing.
Oh, so the parents are just going from home, well, schoolwork home, something of that nature.
Yeah.
And kids are just outside.
Exploring. Taking things back to my days when I used to go outside. I'd end up miles away from home, but man, it was an adventure.
So you're saying you were smarter than your parents?
Absolutely. In my mind, I was definitely smarter. Yep. I was street smarter.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if you say street smart, I can get it. But like, if you're like, Mom, I'm smarter than you, and then you'd be like, okay, what's this multiplication problem? I ain't got that right now.
But I can tell you how to find a berry.
Exactly.
That's Adam.
I
That's
know
what I'm
what you-
talking. Street smart. They're more worldly smart.
Okay.
I completely agree. That makes
makes
complete
sense.
sense. Yes.
Mm.
Anything else you'd like to expound upon, or can we move on to you, Marcy?
We can move because that's a pretty succinct point. Like it's just that's it. My first point is that if every kid was an explorer, we'd have automatic population control.
Do you just
How
mean
so?
more dead children?
Yes.
Okay, why don't you?
I'm like, because they're not exploring.
It's not-
They're
it's not-
exploring.
It's not population control. It's population elimination.
Oh no, it's population control.
Who's controlling it?
The kids that go and touch weird things, like
They're controlling themselves.
Yes.
To kill themselves.
yes,
So just more dead children.
yes.
Okay.
Suicidal children.
I didn't say suicidal.
No, yep.
No.
That's no title. They're
'Cause
just
it's like-
dumb because they didn't learn them street smarts. that
Right.
your kids had. Or, you know what? You were smart enough to learn from their mistakes. Oh my gosh.
They
Cindy
touch that
just-
thing and it's like
Cindy
ooh.
she has warts all over her face. Okay, note to self, don't touch that berry. And then
Right.
you just learn as you go along.
As you see another kid pick up like the nightlock, they're just like they eat it thinking it's a good fruit, and you're like, "Oh, that looks," and then they drop dead, and you're like,
Okay, so
note to self, don't eat that berry."
Yeah.
like
so you just learn from people's
Street
death.
smarts. I like that.
right.
Ah.
So you have those that take heed and say, "Well, they were probably just allergic to that berry."
Who's doing
Proceed-
that? Who's doing that?
You have them.
You have those type of people.
I think at that time I'm too scared. I'm too
I
scared.
will say
I'm like,
this.
I could be allergic as well. It's like what the person who jumped in poison ivy was like. Oh, that was just you. Whee!
You
Frolic,
never
frolic,
know.
frolic.
You never know. That's the thing.
That's horrible.
It is, but
Well, you know,
would
that's
see
how
some things with
discoveries are
kids.
made.
I know, and I wish I was there when that happened. I really do. I want to be. We talked about this. I
yeah.
want to be there when they when someone was like, who was allergic to something, and they ate it, and they're like
Peaches.
and like peaches, and then they like died, and people are like, oh, peaches are poisonous, and then so maybe a terrorist will like shove some in somebody's mouth, and they live, and they're like, you're impervious to peaches. Oh my gosh.
You're a god.
Yeah.
give you peaches.
So
More peaches for you.
exactly. So I would love to be there. It sounds entertaining.
It really does, because I could just imagine a person like, these are actually pretty good. Can I have more? No, you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah, exactly. Tasty peaches.
But I want more. No.
I think the same thing when I see signs out in like public where it's like, don't put your baby stroller on this escalator. I was like, who's the first person who did it?
Right.
And what happened to that child?
Or like when you see signs, I saw one in Walmart and it was like, this is not an exit. And it was a door for the freezer and it clearly had food in it. And I'm like, who?
So, because it means someone had to do it.
Exactly. And I'm
It
like,
only takes one.
exactly. And I'm just
It
like,
only
how,
takes one.
how did you think This was a door to something else.
I want to. The manager who's just probably rubbing their head like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make it to Publix one day. Ooh, I'm gonna make it to those high-end stores. Target, I'm coming. Like just like they're probably like, I'm gonna get out of this Walmart world.
Oh my gosh.
It's like Trader Joe's, I'm coming for you. I wanna meet that person. Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, so that's my first point. What's your first point, David?
One of my points is street sweepers. Body street sweepers to sweep up the dead bodies of the children who have died. I know that's dark. I'm sure a lot of children tuned into this specific episode because they saw Dora. But I'm just saying they're out there. You just said that some of them aren't surviving,
right?
So they're just you can't just have them just lay down there and be decomposing slowly. So you gotta get some
somebody would
machines.
move them.
Well, I mean,
That's
they
what
have
the
like
sweepers
roadkill
are.
people.
The sweepers.
Yes, they're there to move them. They're there to sweep them
Unless
out
they're
the
in
way.
the jungle, then they'll never find them.
I feel like that's where the sweepers go.
Oh.
Maybe they're not like your traditional like New
They're
York
like the
street
roadkill
sweepers.
sweepers.
More like it has like legs to step through the jungle versus like it's just knocking down trees and just making holes to get to the bodies.
Oh, it's like a giant like
a Star Wars type thingy-majigger.
I was thinking of that thing.
Yeah, whatever those things are. I'm sorry, I'm not known in Star Wars. Don't hate us, but walkers or whatever they're called.
It's like camels, but they're robotic.
How have you not seen this?
I keep trying to broaden her horizon.
Have you never
She
seen
just
Star
won't
Wars?
do
I
it.
have not.
Ever? Nothing.
Okay,
in Star
so here's the
Wars?
thing. I saw one. It had a scene of a desert. I don't remember which one it was, and I've been told that all of them have scenes in deserts. So I don't know which one I saw.
That's sad. Yeah,
So
street
what's your second
sweepers.
point?
That was my point. So yeah, second point. What's your second point?
It'll be hard to keep children entertained because they will have done so much on their own. All they're exploring. How do you keep your kids entertained if you're trying to keep them at home?
I don't know. Video games are a powerful drug.
Not if they're into exploring.
So a book.
No, that'd be the boring thing. Video games are
No.
visual. At least I can go in space. They can't explore there.
Yes, you can.
The child can explore in space. I know they got street smarts, but they ain't got NASA smarts. They're not building.
I thought about a book.
These are not the little Einsteins.
No,
They're not
but, like,
building rocket ships and going.
on a ship in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky, little Einsteins.
Oh, how adorable. If you could see the dance that went with this. No, if they're at home,
Right.
you're trying to keep your kids home because you're tired of them disappearing
True.
on
Well,
their
don't
little
you know that-
adventures, so you try to keep them home. And it's hard to keep them entertained at home because they're like, this video game, you know what? We can go down the street and phew, they're gone again.
Well,
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's hard.
Curfews?
No, why would you have curfews? They're explorers.
Yeah, like you get 2
How am I
days.
get a curfew? I'm over in
You
Africa.
get 2 days. Oh, wait. How you get the passport for that?
I'm an explorer.
And not on
I
shots?
built a ship. Have you not seen Dora? She built her stuff. How does she ever get anywhere that she's in?
Magical flowers.
I think that's for drugs. I don't think that's for traveling.
No, there was one episode where she had to go on a fancy flower, a magical flower, and had to tell it up and down and left and right.
Why
in
does she use that all
Spanish.
the time then?
I don't know.
Again, problems in movies that bother me. But also, that's also in like Marvel movies as well, where I'm like, don't introduce a thing and then that thing is super convenient and you don't use it again. Or are you telling me it's always been there and you never used it before?
Oh, I know why. Because in that one, it was like, you know how she has like the 3 destinations?
Yeah.
She had to go, and that was in one of the destinations.
And why would she not use it from then on?
Because it was only in that destination.
It couldn't travel?
It's a plant, David. You can't chop a plant and expect it to keep living.
You can put it in a vase like in Beauty and the Beast. And
That was a magical fancy flower.
this one flies.
It's still connected to its roots.
Need to get up and move. Chop, chop. But I don't know. When you said that parents want their children to be home, I don't know, because I do have a customer that comes in constantly, and she sent her child to New York, or no, North Carolina, I think, with her sister, right? And then she came back. She's like, oh, she's about to go to Bible like school summer camp thing. And I was like, do you ever want your child around? She's like, I mean, I love her. It's just like, it's summer and I'm just like, I have work and like she's there and da-da-da-da. And so then she just came back. She was like, what are you doing this weekend? I told her. She's like, I said, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I know you think I don't love my child. But she went. I'm like, okay,
Oh
you
my
don't.
gosh, you just keep sending her
You
away.
do not want your child here. Like, for real though.
But that's not everybody. Some people like to have their children around all the time.
Yeah, not
And-
reading books.
And then when they're
Gosh, wow,
when
I
they're
feel
at
attacked.
home, when they're at home, it's going to be hard because you can't find things. Oh, I've already done that. Oh, this is the ending of that. Oh, in order to do this, you get that. So you're trying to keep your child entertained so they
Math.
stay around you.
Math. Ew. Work?
I don't know.
Disgusting.
Entertained was the word.
Movies.
Yeah.
But movies not about traveling.
Right.
Because then
they'll
they'll
be
be
like-
off again.
They'll be like, I done that. That ain't how that work. I've been
Uh-huh.
there. Like Tomb Raider movies would not succeed.
No.
Or like how you pick apart the movies and say
Yes.
this was this and that was that. Well, that's not actually correct because on the Inca stones it has the.
Exactly. That's
So you
true.
have to try and keep them entertained. So it's harder.
Well, you know what you could do? You could show them nature documentaries and say, listen, during the school year, you watch all these things. During the summer, you get a week to go to each of these places. There you
That
go.
sounds horrible and
No.
torture. That's like me showing a kid Christmas all year, like a kid opening presents, like a video of it. I'm like, you just wait, at the end of the year, you'll be able to do this. They would hate you. Why would you do that to them?
Like I said, entertained
Yes.
at home.
Stop torturing children.
When they're explorers, they don't stay at home because they're out.
I don't know. Have them make tree houses. I don't know. That sounds like child labor. Never mind.
Well, they can make. Well, they're still not entertained at home. It's hard to keep them home because they're out exploring,
True.
and they're off, and they're off.
Okay, what would you propose doing then?
Video games.
That's David's. Dessa.
That was my whole point. It'd be hard.
So
What do you? Well, maybe take a trip with them.
Show them boring city life because they don't know what that is. So everything's exciting to them about, wow, what? A Ferris wheel? What's that? Like stuff like that, maybe?
I can walk in the store
I don't
and
know
buy
because
berries.
you know what? I can see somebody just trying to Ferris wheel. Hey, what if I roll on the outside? Explore.
That's fine. As long as you're excited. Hey, man, you seem to be survived so far, so I assume you can survive on the outside of a Ferris wheel. Jump on, climb on. Where's your grappling
It'll
hook?
be hard.
free climbing. They're
Yeah.
free climbers.
Pretty much.
Ooh.
That'd be fun.
They got some powerful finger strength though.
Or great thighs to hold on to things.
Thick
like
guys
Simone
save
Biles.
lives.
So what is your next point?
Did you say like Simone Biles?
Have you seen her thighs?
I have.
They're scary.
Yeah, they are.
Shh, I'm recording the thing. Okay, shh, I gotta record this thing. Hey guys, so I know what you're thinking. I love the show, but how can I convey how much I adore it? That's easy. Just head over to patreon.com/realandrealpod. That's ReelInRealPod. You can donate $1 to show your support. You'll get some cool stuff in return. It's a thank you from us. You even get a shout out on the show. But what if you don't have an extra dollar? And what if you don't love us enough to steal from your great grandma while she's sleeping? Well, you can go to iTunes and give us a rating. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, or just tell all of your neighbors, friends, enemies, and that one weird guy down the street about the show. We appreciate any support. If you're a company that wants us to advertise your product, you can contact us at realandrealpod@gmail.com. Okay, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the show.
So my second point is mechanical children. Exactly. So
Robot children?
yes.
Because
Do they learn?
children died and parents want a replacement?
Halfway.
Okay,
They
continue.
can make more.
Yeah, you could just you just procreate and make more babies. My goddaughter has said that once, where she was walking across the street. Her mom was like, "Don't run. What if you get hit by a car and die? What am I gonna do then?" And my goddaughter said, "Make another one."
She's got the basic
Out of the
understanding.
mouth of babe.
Yes.
Make another one.
She's
Like what
"Make
you
an-
mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? Make another baby. I'm
How old
like,
was she when she said that?
4 or 5.
Yeah, she figured you haven't got enough time to get used to me, so just make another one.
Yeah, exactly. Continue. So,
Well, yeah, so mechanical children. One for yes, if they lose all their kids and they're like,
and they can't, and they're too old to have babies.
yes,
Yes, because
Yes.
menopause.
or I'm good with my 2, got everything taken care of, and then I lost my 2, and I can't make more babies.
Got everything taken care of? Do you
As
mean
in
like the-
tubes tied,
Ah.
Sterilization, hysterectomy, all that fun stuff. Yeah.
Oh,
Or,
hyster and vis-
Or what's
Yes.
it called? Or vasectomy. Yeah.
That's what I literally just said. V's. You went piece up, A-Town down. I don't know what you were doing.
No, it's like it's a V. You snip it. That one.
Yes, that's how doctors learn. That makes complete sense. That makes complete sense. Yes.
I had to.
It's a
Listen,
V.
it had to
you
go through
snip
my
it,
mind.
Snip, snip.
I had to go through and
Man,
figure out what it was.
you can perform this yourself. Amazing.
Maybe not.
Why not? Can't they like adopt a child
So they could.
or surrogates?
Do you know how expensive those are?
You could get a cheap one. Didn't you see? What's that movie with the surrogate lady?
The one that peed in the sink.
Yes. her.
Baby mama, I think.
Yeah. You could do that. I'm sure that wasn't expensive.
She still paid a lot of money.
Hold on.
All she paid was for the doctor bills. And then
You could get a family member. That was in a show, I think. It was. Oh, Friends. It was in Friends. When Phoebe carried their
So
baby.
your aunt's sister?
My aunt's sister.
Your aunt
You
mother.
mean my mom?
That's your mother aunt. That's your mother aunt. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that will be your mother aunt. Yes.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, if you tell them, and if you don't, it's fine. And then years later, like in TV shows, they'll be like, "You are my real mother. You lied to me this whole time. I don't know who I am." For some possible reason, I don't know why they do that. But yeah.
Robotic children, they're just so hard you can't cuddle them as well.
I mean,
That's
you know
true.
they have
Unless
like
you give them fake skin,
skins
that's
on them.
disgusting. That's very nasty.
Where did they get that from? Ew. No.
No, not real skin. It's like plastic that they put for the.
They're
No.
just not as cuddly.
Okay.
Like
What if
I
you made it?
said.
What if it was a fluffy child? You could cuddle with it all day. They even be more cuddly.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then we come into like that Charmin commercial, a moment of awkwardness.
With those bears?
Yeah, with the bears.
Yeah.
Not bears.
What if your baby was a bear?
No.
Robots.
But then you also have robot kids because when your kids are out on explorations, you miss them. Just for like simple mundane tasks, like I don't know, what's a mundane thing that you use children for?
Washing my car.
Okay.
Washing the dishes, taking out the trash,
My taxes.
Wait.
changing
Your
the
taxes.
channel,
Changing my tire.
changing the channel.
I don't.
I can't find the remote. Can you turn on the TV?
Fixing the electrician.
Fixing the electrician,
Changing the
not the electricity.
plumbing.
Oh, okay.
Painting the walls.
Oh yes, painting need a good edger.
Yes. Retiling the roof. These are all tasks for children.
Apparently, in
Yes.
David's world.
Yes, they
But
are.
yeah, so when your kid is
Well,
missing,
if they're robotic, they're
Exactly,
even
then they
better.
can't
I mean,
do it.
yeah, but yeah.
Back
yeah.
to help your point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
so-
if my real kid comes back, I'm like, you're useless. This child can do more than you.
No. You just you powered them down.
Why
and
would
so
you
the
do
next-
that?
No, the
But
robot.
it's so
The
helpful.
robot is so helpful.
But they're not your. They're
But
just
he's
their
a child,
enhancement
yeah.
child.
You know what? That's cool. I like that. I'm warming up to that idea because now they will do what I say, when I say it, and how I say it.
Oh, no.
Because they're robotic.
Exactly.
Yeah, but no.
But they're robotic. They've
Yeah,
been
no, you
programmed.
can
Do what mama says.
Exactly.
I love it. Robotic. Can we do that now? We
No.
don't have that.
This sounds like a good idea.
It does, but then all the real kids would be like, "Yo, mom, what about me? You don't do what I say."
You out exploring. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
You your own person. Enjoy life.
I guess. Anyway, that's my second point. What's your last point, David?
My last point. People retiring in their 20s.
What?
People retiring in their 20s.
From exploring?
From just in life with things. Because their bodies are all messed up from exploring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When you're out, you're a child, you break a little bit, you break an arm, you break some toes, you break fingers, whatever you breaking. If you're like Dora, you jump off a cliff, you hit the ground, you might think, oh, I'm okay. You get a little bruise. As you get older, that body ain't coming back as quickly as you thought it was. Things don't bounce back as fast. You're not Wolverine anymore. So then all of a sudden you got weird cricks in your neck when you turn. You hear stuff pop. You just like, oh, I can barely move out of bed. You're like that. You're basically like
An old person.
exactly,
Before your time.
but yeah, way before your time. Way
Yeah.
before your time.
Like
You're
a whole
like,
60 years before. I could see them making it to 30.
No, they're live. They're alive.
No. I mean, okay, 25 before they're like, okay, I need to stop this.
I don't know if they'll make it that far. I guess it depends on what you're
If
doing.
they start as a kid, because we're looking at Dora.
Yeah, you're starting as a child.
Dora's been doing this since she was a little bitty.
She's been doing it for a while.
yeah.
Yo, I've been doing this. Grandma's been doing it for a while now.
Grandma, sit down. No.
Yeah,
I'll go
yeah.
explore with Benny. Okay.
She might not be able to have children anyway, so she might just be too broken as a person. Just too feeble.
She's too busy exploring. We got time to wait around and have a baby.
Exactly.
You know?
Well,
That's-
she'll
that's-
probably meet somebody else who's exploring, and there you go.
But we still have to do other stuff because my brain is going.
True. So, moving on to our next segment.
Segment.
Dessa, do you have a movie that people should watch in their free time if they don't go see this movie?
Well, I'm a bit of a sap, so I still like Pretty Woman.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It really is.
Can you give us a short synopsis of what it's about?
Oh gosh, it's about
A harlot?
girl from the wrong side of the world,
China.
meaning she's a streetwalker.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, China.
No, she's a streetwalker, and that's played by what's her name?
Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts, and then
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere.
You say Greer?
Richard Gere is the guy from the other side of the tracks, which means he's very wealthy.
America.
And and their paths cross because he can't drive a car, and she gets in there, and then he pays her to be his girlfriend for the whole time that he's there, and it becomes one of those fairy tale love stories at the end. And I can't say too much, else I'll just tell you the whole movie. So there you go. That's my thoughts. My recommendation: Pretty Woman, a classic, never goes away.
Marcy, what is your movie suggestion?
George of the Jungle.
Oh, I love that stupid movie.
Yes, it's very dumb. Basically,
It's a guy named George. He's in the jungle.
a guy named George lives in the jungle, meets a girl who's not from the jungle, and moves to the city to be with her.
Oh, kind of like Tarzan.
But opposite. Jane moved to the jungle.
But then they both went to the city.
They did go to the city and then came back to the jungle.
Exactly.
Right.
Because they realized it sucked.
But no, they stay in the city. Pretty sure they stay in the city. Do they stay
Actually,
in
in the
city?
new movie, they stay in the city too. My movie suggestion is The Other Guys. It's two lame cops who become the main cops, basically, because the cool cops died, which were Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock, which was one of the best cameos in a movie because it lasted shortly and it was really fun. But yeah, that's what that movie is about. Two loser cops solving a case. But yeah, that's the show.
I can just think of it just like, wow.
Marcy, where can they find you online?
You can find me on Instagram at Marcy_11.9. You can also find me on Twitter at Marcy_119. Where can we find you, David?
You can find me on Twitter at a Clark Kent type. Shout out to the mustache. Thank you, Miss Dessa, for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I enjoy it. Please call me back anytime.
Yes, anytime. So 5 more minutes. Think of some points. Here we go. Anyway, thank you to our listeners, and we appreciate you. Please continue to share the show. Thank you to our patrons. One is Miss Dessa herself. Thank you for supporting the show and helping us keep it on the air. You know, because it is because of you. Thank you to everyone supporting us, loving us, going online, following us, sharing us, retweeting us, loving us, hearting us, thumbs upping us. Thank you for everything you do, guys, and please continue to have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Bye.